Yeah, man, we live, Stuck in the Middle podcast, man. Yeah, bro.
What up?
We got, hey, Nick, you want to do us honest and tell them who we got in the studio today, man.
This weekend, first up, shout out to, our sister Gertrude, had a great wedding this weekend.
Yes.
Congrats to her and her husband. Wish them, the best and all whatnot. But today in the building, we have, man, like, if you know
LeSheriff,
man, if you follow him on IG, Facebook, man, you see style, you see dance moves, man, the quality of the pictures, man, it's like everything is strategically, like placed. I mean, the timing, the pictures, the everything, man, even your movements and stuff is like strategic, but let's put the IG things to the side first, He's a civil engineer, a construction manager or management, if you want to put it that way, entertainer,
yes, sir,
and most of all, an entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Henry LeSheriff.
Thank you.
Bruh.
Thanks for having me.
Man, welcome on the pod.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me today.
Nah, no doubt.
Like, where's that name LeSheriff from, yo? Like,
LeSheriff. All right, quick story. So, back in college, I started a dance group called Sélection Naturelle. Shout out to Sélection Naturelle. And we did a couple tours. We danced all over Boston, flew out to Florida. It was good. But for our last performance in 2010, we came up with a concept called The Last Trip to Africa. And in that performance, each person had to play a different character on the plane to Africa. And my character was a sheriff, Henry LeSheriff. And I had a hat that said sheriff. The performance was dope. Everybody loved it. And after the performance, that name just kind of stuck, Henry LeSheriff. But then I adapted it as my stage name, and it's actually in the works to becoming a male accessories brand.
what?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Because what does a sheriff do, if I was to ask you?
Like, enforce, I want to say enforce, like, the law in, like, a local, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
a local town, yeah. Like,
So a sheriff's job is to protect their county.
yeah.
And everybody has a vision. Everybody has a plan, a goal for their life.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people can try to take that away from you, but it's your job to protect that vision.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, LeSheriff symbolizes protecting your vision, what you stand for. And my logo has a star in it, which represents the star in the middle of Cameroon, which is also tatted on my shoulder.
I like it.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, you talk real mellow and, like, really, like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's
you
not
always
rush.
been like that?
Let's calm down to earth.
When I first, like, so we was digging up on you, I thought you were Sierra Leone. Do you get that a lot?
Nah, I never got Sierra Leone. I get Niger, I get Jamaican. Yeah. I get Haitian sometimes because I speak French. There's a lot of Haitians up in Boston.
Yeah.
I can see that one.
Yeah, I never got Sierra Leone though.
I must have been tripping there.
Yeah.
I get Congolese sometimes. Congo.
From your style?
Yeah.
Or, like, the dancing, maybe?
From the dancing, and when I speak French, I don't sound Cameroonian. Like, my French is slow. And it's mostly Congolese.
So you're from the
Slow.
English or French?
No, I'm from the English, Northwest. Gambia.
Yeah. Oh, come back, boy.
But I grew up in Yaoundé.
Like, you went to school there, or like?
I went to school in Bamenda. I went to school in Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart. Did you know?
Shout out to Psycho. My chef is out there,
Yo, Sacred Heart now is like a wisdom, yo. Like
a what?
like, yo, it's not popping like you want.
It's not popping. Times have changed.
Yeah.
Things change with that. But there's a lot of stuff going on in the English-speaking Cameroon that hopefully we can resolve soon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely.
But a lot of good things have come out of that region, and we can't disrespect that. We need to keep it going.
Definitely. Yo, you talk about, like, first of all, you looking super fly right now, bro.
Oh, thank you.
And you talk about like accessory brand with LeSheriff. Like, what are you thinking with that? Like, what's your vision with that? Where you going with that?
So
what can people expect?
I'm not gonna spill all the juice yet, but I love accessories. I feel like accessories can give you an opportunity to express your own style. Like, everybody can wear a suit, but the way you accessorize that suit gives them an insight to who you are. So I love things like lapels, pocket squares, even just bow ties. So my line is going to be just males accessories. And primarily, as you can see, I wear glasses. And one of the biggest struggles I face is if I'm going to a wedding or something like that, I'm wearing a suit, and I'm wearing glasses, and I want to be able to switch to my sunshades. Where do I put my glasses holder?
Okay.
The case.
Yeah.
What do I do with that? Women have the luxury of putting it in their
purse.
handbags.
Yeah.
But we don't carry around handbags. And if you put it in your pocket is bulging, it's messing up your swag. So how do you incorporate glasses case into your outfit? So I'm coming up with a brand of glasses cases that can fit in your pocket square. And the material outside of it is accessorized, so it looks like a pocket square, but it serves the purpose of protecting your glasses.
Man.
I'm working on the patent, so don't steal my idea.
I was just gonna ask you, like, you know what I mean, like, cause like, you know, we've gone from like, I don't want to say saggy, but like, you know, some loose fitting pants to like tailor fit, you know what I mean,
exactly.
like real slim.
You can't have nothing bulging out.
Yeah. Like you see dudes in the party and like they got the wallet in the bag, and it's like, it's like,
messing up.
Yeah. Who you working with on that project? Like, you know, you working with people. It's like you got designers already, you know.
I got some designers from Cameroon. Designers actually. Good friend of mine called Alexander Tu Akande. I've modeled for him before. I've modeled a lot of his stuff. He's working on the patents for me. And actually my roommate, who I would like to talk about real quick, shout out to my roommate Ogi Songolo. He's from Cameroon too. He's a developer. He and his dad created a company called The Difference. And they have a sneaker brand that has no heel.
Yeah, wait, come again? Yeah.
That's in Cameroon?
It has no heel. No, he's here. He's in Boston.
Yeah.
So a lot of issues that come from running, people would have injuries and stuff like
Splint shins and stuff
like that. It's from heel striking. Now, when you're running, 3 times the weight of your body is landing on your heel. There's no muscle tissue in your heel, so there's nothing to absorb that shock. Now, if you take away the heel and force you to run and strike the middle of your foot, that's how you're supposed to run.
Gotcha.
So this sneaker has eliminated that issue, and there's nothing else in the market that does that right now.
It's like it's out already. People
it's out already. The website is smthedifference.com.
smthedifference.com. I would definitely check that out.
Yes.
Definitely.
You mentioned modeling, like, you know what I'm saying? Talk a little bit about that. Like, when did you get into and
I got into modeling in college. In college, I was just trying to find ways to make money, man. You know the college struggle.
Yeah.
Get money. I was an international student, so I couldn't like work. So I had to find different ways to, you know, just add to my income and keep it moving. I didn't want to put stress on my parents. They were doing a lot, already paying my school fees. So I had to find creative ways to survive. So somebody asked me to model at their show. They paid me, and I was like, wow, I can do this. All I got to do is look good.
And you're like,
and in the process you learned, I mean,
in
you
the process
up a lot
I learned how to walk. I learned how to work with designers, figured out what kind of looks fit my body type, learn how to smile, make connections, and just network. Everything is networking.
Is it like a part of like your, because you got a lot of going on for you right now?
I got a lot, but right now I'm not modeling.
Why not? It's like you just like
it just doesn't fit into my schedule.
But it's something like you can like, you know.
I can do it if
Yeah,
necessary. I have a lot of friends in the fashion industry. I'm interested in fashion. I'm getting ready to launch my accessories.
Yeah.
So I'm still connected to it.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as being a model, I think that phase is come and gone.
Man, I feel good. Man, let's take it back a bit, right? Let's take it back. Let's start from your root, like your main source, which is engineering.
Yes, sir.
What got you into engineering?
So engineering I've been passionate about since I was about 7. I had an uncle who was a civil engineer in Cameroon, and he would come home with blueprints, and I used to draw. So I would see those blueprints and try to recreate them. So initially I wanted to do architecture.
Okay.
But then I found out that the engineers are the ones that actually make it come alive. The architects design it, it looks cute, but there's issues that come up on the ground that you have to resolve and bring it to life. And I was like, you know what, I want to do that. I want to be the one that brings it into existence. And my uncle designed and built the house that my parents live in right now in Cameroon, the house that I grew up in. And to me, it was like, I want to be able to do that for other families. I want to build buildings that are going to stand the test of time, and people can raise families in it. My last 3 projects have been schools, and the thought that people are going to go through a building I built and get the tools they need to chase their own dreams, to me, that's invaluable.
Where did you, I mean, like, and these schools are back home, right, in Africa, right?
One is back home. I built the American School of Yaoundé. I worked with the American Embassy. We did that in 2015. The second one is a building at my alma mater, Northeastern University. Shout out to Northeastern Double Husky. I got my undergrad and master's there. So to me, it was an honor to build a building for the school that I got my degree from.
Right.
You know, it's kind of giving back.
Exactly.
You know?
Definitely.
And then now I'm building a school for the city of Boston. It's the first STEM school in the Northeast ever, the first of its kind. It's specialized towards science, technology, engineering, and math. So I'm working closely with the mayor's office and just building my connections.
Man, you like we talk about, you know what I mean, like on Stuck in the Middle podcast, like, you know, lawyer, doctor, engineer, or a disgrace to the family, and you actually like an engineer out here doing it. You know what I mean? Like, of all that you got going, like the modeling, the accessory, the engineering, and many other that we're gonna touch on, what? And I know this is kind of skipping ahead, but in your mind, like, which is the one where it's like, yo, I want to take this long term, or this is where like my heart is really in?
To be honest, it's all 3 of them. And that's why I call myself an engineer, an entrepreneur, and an entertainer. I've tried to narrow down everything I do to be related to those 3 fields. And I'm equally passionate about each of them. I don't think you have to do just one thing. Why? Especially in America.
Right.
This is the land of opportunity.
Why limit yourself?
I didn't come here to be just another person. I would have stayed in Cameroon. I came here to be great. And if I have the opportunity, I'll do it. What I would say though is, for anybody who's interested in multiple things, you have to identify one thing that's going to be your vehicle to get you to where you want to be. So engineering is my vehicle. That's what got me my degree. That's what got me access to a good job, to get the necessary experience, and then start making money to fund my dancing, to fund my fashion, to fund my other passions. So you have to identify one vehicle that's going to get you to where you want to be.
That's facts.
That's big.
Yeah, that's facts.
Right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because, you know, when we started Stuck in the Middle, you know, our greatest challenge was how to get, like, you know, all my equipment and all like that.
Exactly. It's
You know
not
what I
cheap.
mean? It's not cheap.
It's not.
So we thought about it like, man, most people do this.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what? Hell with it. Let's just go in, you know,
Yeah,
just
go
went in
ahead,
and now,
man.
you know, we got so much equipment that every week we pick and choose which ones to use. Like, it's just ridiculous. But nah, I mean, after engineering, you know what I mean, we got into Afrobeats Dance.
Dance, yeah.
Afrobeats Dance. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. Shout out to Stella Kinawa and out there.
Yo, shout out to Stella, shout out to Real Freak.
Yes, sir.
Small plug in. So I did a class in DC yesterday. Thanks to everybody who came out. It was lit. It was a workout. Doing another class in collaboration with Real Freak in Dallas, Texas, October 7th. Mark your calendars. That's the weekend of the Afrima Awards. We're gonna be there live. Stanley Enos coming through, and we got a lot of things in motion.
So. Tough. Where, say that again. Where's that again?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Weekend of Afrima Awards.
Yes.
Afrobeats Dance class weekend. With Henry LeSheriff. You don't want to miss it, man.
I see your dance moves, man. Like, yo, y'all, and your crew too. Y'all can move, man.
Is it like a company you putting together?
Not yet. We're working on that, getting incorporated. But it's myself. I have 2 assistant teachers who are great teachers in their own. Shout out to Jenny B and Mike Tokes, my boy Mike Ali. We came together, started a movement in Boston. There's a lot of talent in Boston. And that's the thing, like when people hear Boston, they only think about schools.
Bro, I was just gonna say that, like, yo, like Boston, I'm thinking cold. You know,
Boston is cold as hell. Don't front. It's cold as hell. I didn't think I'd be there till now, but it gets hot in the summertime, and we bring that heat.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. You know? But like Afrobeats, man. We're talking a little bit about Afrobeats. Like, when did like this whole, to like dance academy, dance class thing, like for you pick up or like start?
So as I mentioned earlier, I started dancing with my group Selección Natural. We started 07 and we had a good run to like 2010, 2011. Then everybody graduated. But I was still very passionate about dance. I went back to grad school and I did a few performances there, and I helped teach some other people to dance. But when I finished grad school, I was like, how do I keep this going? I don't need to be performing, but I still want to share my passion and share. And through college, dancing was my outlet. I didn't drink. I still don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't. When I get stressed out, I want to dance. You know. So I needed to keep doing that so that my mind is just balanced. So I reached out to the YMCA in Boston. They offered me a spot. I started teaching a class, but the way it was set up, you couldn't take my class unless you're a member of the Y, which was cool, but it restricted how many people could come to my class. So I did that gig, but when it ended, I was like, nah, I need something different. I need to find a studio where I can just rent the space and have anybody who wants to dance come through. So this year, I found a spot. It's called the Dance Complex in Cambridge. Huge place, very historic in the Boston community. And they gave me a studio there and like, let's try this out. First class was sold out, and the feedback was just so positive. And now with the Afrobeat movement, everybody's trying to get hip.
Everybody's trying.
They hear the tracks with Wizkid and Drake. Everybody's like, "Whoa, what is this?" So I'm trying to milk it, man. Take advantage of it. But my class, I do want to say this too. I don't only teach Afrobeat. I teach Coupé Décalé. I teach Afro House, which is a huge movement out of Angola. A lot of footwork, it stems from Kuduro. I teach Dombolo, Fali Pupa, huge fan of Fali Dicap La Merveille, Tukos. Yeah, man. So there's so much to dance, so much to music, so much history.
Let me ask you this, right? They say music is a universal language, right?
Yes.
Do you feel like dance is the same as music? Like dancing actually you think is universal for everybody?
I think dancing is universal. I think everybody can appreciate a good beat and a good rhythm. What I've noticed from my experience is that people are very self-conscious of the way they dance. And if you can let go of that self-consciousness and just have fun, you'll have a great time.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I get all types of students, people from different backgrounds who are, the toughest students are good dancers, believe it or not, because they're so good at what they do when they come into a zone that's out of their comfort zone, they hold back. And I'm like that. I'm taking classes in Kizomba. I'm not very good at partner dancing because you have to be very structured, and I don't like being structured. I like to move. Yeah, but that was a challenge for me. I took a Kizomba class before I started teaching, but that really humbled me and kind of put me in the place of a student to know how a student feels when they're not comfortable.
Right.
And that helps me teach and connect with my students better.
Man, I did take a Kizomba class too. Man.
Oh yeah.
Dancing is not my thing, you know.
Nah, everybody can dance. Bro.
I mean,
you Cameroonian, you can move, trust me.
But like you said, you know, it's all about that feel. You know,
Yeah.
like some people are too. Some people like us, we're too self-conscious to actually,
Yeah,
you know, let go and just move.
have
You
fun.
know, yeah. But man, it's really great. You know, it's really great what you're doing. You know, with the dance and all whatnot.
Thank you.
Like you said, Afrobeats, man, that thing just keeps going up and up.
Yeah.
And you're not just limiting to Afrobeats, but you know, since Afrobeats is actually picking up,
Yeah.
yo, I see a lot
Trying to
of
ride
different
that wave.
people,
Yeah.
you know, who really like, like that culture right there. It's a culture, right?
It is.
That culture
It
right
is.
there is something that, you know, I really want to be a part of. And,
Yeah.
you know, seeing you partnering up with other people is really great. And speaking of partnership, like, to you, what's the importance of partnership?
I heard a saying once that if you want to do something good, you can do it yourself. But if you want to do something great, you need a team. So I believe we all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. If you can partner with somebody that kind of makes up for your weaknesses, it's a beautiful thing.
Right.
So I think partnerships are very essential. You learn from each other and you grow. You make mistakes and you need someone to check you. You know, I make mistakes all the time, but I need partners that can help me, you know, fix those things. And even in my class, the dynamic I have with my assistant teachers, I'm very like low key. Well, in class I'm hype, but
I was like, wait,
no. In class, when I dance, I'm a different person. But
I've seen videos.
I'm
yeah,
very lenient. Like I like to work with people, but sometimes you need to be very strict. So Jenny is like the boss. She's strict. She'll check anybody come late or stuff like that. Like, and then she connects with the ladies because there's certain moves that I can do, but I'm still a guy. Like I don't have big nyash like the girls. Like if you see the girls move, Jenny can help out with that.
Right.
And then Mike is just Mr. Hype Man. Like if you come in there tired from work, Mike will hype you up. So the fact that I have those pieces and together we can connect with so many different people is great.
It's great.
I can still do the class by myself, but it's a whole different experience with the teachers.
Right. Yeah, that's like I'm stuck in the middle, you know.
Yeah, you
one
guys
side,
feed
yeah.
off of each
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
has
yeah.
different connections. Different
Definitely
ways.
partnership, and you know what I'm saying, like you talk about checks, it's like you said, it's just us,
Yeah.
really, but you know what I'm saying, like we check each other, and like that's how it moves, really.
Yeah, that's how you grow.
I want to talk, you talk about partnerships, you know what I mean, like we got people feeding us questions right now. Somebody wants to know, like, you married, seeing somebody? It's an anonymous question. We getting questions.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm not married. Not really seeing anybody, but there is someone I'm interested in. But I'm still single. No, I'm looking for a partner.
Yeah. What do you look for? Like we had shout out to Chico. He came in. Like, he's a businessman, $1 million man, that we call him.
Yeah.
Successful dude. He was like, if your side of the table is leaning, he's not interested. As far as like, she got to be established as he is.
Nah, man, because I think everybody's on a different route,
Yeah.
Number one, and this might sound cliche, but I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and there's so many things that happen in my life that is only by the grace of God. So my partner has to be God-fearing.
Yeah.
And my mom, rest in peace, really instilled that faith in me. And if it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't know the grace of God. So that's the number one. Number two, I'm a guy. I gotta be attracted to you physically. And I pride myself on being very faithful in my past relationships because my girl was everything I wanted. So even if I saw another pretty face, my girl's pretty too. I'm good,
Mhm.
you know. So there's no need for that. Number 3, ambition. I'm very ambitious. I believe not even the sky is my limit because a man walked on moon. So why should I limit myself to the sky? I need someone who's ambitious and who we can feed off of each other's drive and help each other attain our goals. So I need that. Number 4, family. Family is very big to me, and family incorporates friends, it incorporates our culture, and this woman is gonna be the woman raising my kids. So the way she interacts with her family is gonna tell me how she's gonna raise mine.
That's good.
Yeah, and 5, if you can dance, that's a plus. I love to dance, so we can vibe.
I mess with number 5 and 3, ambition.
Yeah,
Ambition is big, man, and like
it's huge.
just to go back to everything you got going on, man. Like talk a little bit about that ambition, like you know what I'm saying, because like you know that's what this platform is about. You know what I'm saying, like, inspiring others, and like you know you got a lot going for you. Like you know what I'm saying, like ambition. What is that to the app? Like you know for you.
Ambition is just never being satisfied, man. It's like why settle? And that really comes from my parents. I have to give respect to them. My mom was the first female journalist in Cameroon to have her own TV show, and she spoke about things that were very controversial at the time. Her show was called Women in Development, and she talked about the role of the African woman in this contemporary society. And she really paved the way for a lot of things. And just watching her do that and seeing the way my dad supported her didn't make him any weaker. And actually, I think it made him stronger, you know. And that dynamic really inspired me. And there's a lot of other people that have inspired me. My uncle is a civil engineer. There's a lot of people I look up to in the dance world that inspire me. People like you doing different things that are out of the norm, you know, but it's still very necessary in our society. So ambition is just key, man. Like I said, in this country, you have no excuse. If you want to succeed, you will.
What would you say failure is? Like in your life,
I don't even believe in failure because everything. This is how I put it. Like if you have a goal, if you didn't reach that goal, I don't necessarily think you failed because you learned something.
Right.
You just have to try to get that goal. You just didn't make that goal. Failure is humbling, is very necessary because it makes you better if you learn from it. If you have the ability to keep going, and if your goal is to attain that goal, then you will eventually. But you have to, failure has to be paired with perseverance. Because if you can't persevere, then you fail and never be able to try again. But if you're willing to persevere, you're gonna keep trying and you're gonna succeed eventually.
How do you define, in your terms, right, what is success?
Oh man. That's a loaded question, man. Success, the definition of success is very subjective. To me, success is, plain and simple, is reaching my goal. If I set a goal and I reach it, I've succeeded. Whatever that goal is, that's up to me, that's up to you. Plain and simple.
I just want to go through like where you mentioned that, just go through like what this guy has done as far as like I'm saying, like accolades. 2017 you started all male African contemporary dance group Selection Natural, like you mentioned. 2009 you completed the 4th annual Northeastern American African Student Organization NASO. 2012 you administered the first African contemporary dance class. 2013 you won the first annual Alpha Cup. Were you Alpha?
No, I'm not a frat, but I have a lot of friends that are frats. Yeah, I'm not.
Makes sense.
My roommate is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2014, you administered the second African contemporary dance. 2015, choreographed it and appeared in a music video for Fleury Boys.
Shout out to Fleury
Chalet.
Boys. STM Records.
Chalet. I like that song.
Zagadat.
2017, you started the Afrobeats Workshop series.
Yes, sir.
Bruh, this guy's out here.
Yes, I am, man.
But, and you know, so like, just going back to like the Afrobeat series, I just want to talk about like, because I always ask people this when it comes to like Afrobeats. Azonto,
yeah.
it's this African, Ghanaian artist.
Yeah.
Manifest.
Okay.
He's a rapper. He said Ghanaians killed Azonto. Because when he came out, it was hot. Everybody was doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's like, it's not a thing.
I think it just evolved, man. I don't think it's that it's not a thing. It couldn't last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Everything evolves.
Yeah.
I think Azonto's still alive. I was in Ghana in 2015. I celebrated my birthday in Accra, and when Azonto came on, like it was still lit. Yeah. You know, and at the time, Castro and Sarkozy had just dropped. Everybody say hallelujah. Dude, I was in Labadi Beach, Accra. That song came on. Oh my
People went
goodness.
crazy.
Like, it's one thing to hear it in the club here, but to see it in Ghana, where they understand the words, they know what it means, it's a beautiful thing. So I don't really agree with that. Maybe he's coming from a different perspective, and I can respect that. But I just think it evolved. You know, moves come out, they're hot for 1 year, and then that's it. On to the next one.
What's the biggest move now? Like, I used to think I could dance. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
everybody
can dance.
My excuse now, people be like, "You used to dance?" I'm like, "Yeah, I busted my knee." You know?
Yo, don't say that, bro. I know somebody who actually
busted it.
Yeah, quick
it's
story.
Not pretty.
I have a friend of mine. I won't put him on blast. I won't say his name.
Yeah.
But Awilo Longomba was having a concert at Harvard. So this guy was all hype, like getting ready for the concert. He threw on some Awilo and was trying to like practice the move, and he busted, busted his knee, man. Had to have surgery and all that.
Dang. Yeah. You ever had like a serious injury from dancing? Like,
not from dancing. I used to play. Well, I still play a lot of sports, but in Sacred Heart, I was I used to do long jump, high jump, and I was captain of the basketball team. And during long jump, I landed badly and I dislocated my elbow. So it's still a little messed up, but it's a lot better now.
Okay, man. Yeah.
But like,
I know the feeling with like, you know, a dislocated bone, man. It's just crazy, especially if you mistakenly like hit it.
Man. So, it was my fault though. I wasn't focused on my jump. I was focused on passing everybody else. I was jumping and looking down and making sure I passed all the marks. I came in third, but whatever.
Still, man. Still bronze.
Yeah.
With like an Afrobeat class, like for somebody, like, you know, so if you get 15, 20 people, not everybody's on the same level.
No.
So like, how do you
work with them? But this is the first thing I establish. I know everybody's not on the same level, but I don't have to say that because they're already thinking that. So I set a platform where everybody is on the same level. And that's how I teach them. From time to time, and that's why I have assistant teachers. If we see somebody struggling with a certain move, like I'll go to them and help them, or I'll send one of my assistants to help this person figure it out. Because people have different ways of learning. So even in school, when you're learning math or whatever, it's given to you the same way, but you don't receive it the same way. Some people have to stay back and work with the teacher. Some people learn through doing homework, different things. Same thing with dance, different moves. And a lot of the moves is all about muscle memory. So the more you repeat it, the more it's more intuitive. And even me, I see some moves, like the move that came out with the show.
Yeah.
First time I saw it, what the hell is that? How are they doing that? And I tried it the first time. I felt so awkward, but the more I did it, and the more you break down the move and understand the movement, understand what the rest of the body's doing, then the shoulders come in, and then that's how you get comfortable.
They did that in my latest video, Nonstop.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it was.
That's
nice.
a dope move, man. That move is from SA.
Yeah,
the genre of music is quite dope. South Africans are so musical.
Yeah, I love South African. South African hip hop too.
Yeah.
Tuto, one of my favorite albums now. Casper Nyoka. Shout out to Casper, man. But
it's like you've studied this thing, man. It's like you literally sat there and
this is not a joke.
Speaking of putting in your blood, sweat, tears into your passion.
Yeah, because my class is not a workout class. It's a dance class. It's a cultural class. So if I'm teaching you a dance, I need to know where this dance is coming from. What does it mean? Why did they do it like that? That's what I'm teaching you. If you're coming for a workout, you go take a Zumba class. Hey. Don't come to my class.
Dang. And you got videos online of you.
Oh yeah, I got videos. I got a video coming out. Oh my God, I can't wait till this thing drops. I did a collaboration with a young lady, Cameroonian designer from Canada. Shout out to Melapte. And we did a video to promote her brand, but incorporate cultural dance. And we shot it in Boston last weekend. This video is gonna be so dope. Like, I'm calling it right now. It's gonna go viral.
Hey, man, I'm trying to give me one of them viral videos. Seriously though, my last joint, Nonstop. That's what I was trying to do, but you know, it's cool. I got more heat in the back.
Hey man, keep trying.
Yes sir.
Keep going. Never stop.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm listening to the album now. If there's something that catches my interest, we might make it happen.
What's the biggest Afrobeats dance move right now? Like the one, I mean, other than that, I don't know what they call it.
I don't know if that one has a name.
Or tune, like, I mean, yeah, tune. What's the biggest Afrobeats tune right now that's like, yo, let me...
Tune right now. So, right now, what's popping in the Afrobeat world is mixes by DJ Flex. So, he takes... DJ Flex takes a bunch of hot songs and he makes a mix. And then a lot of these popular dancers around the world are doing dances to that. So, that's really what's hot right now. As far as moves, they don't really have a name for this move, but it's like a shoulder move like that. Oh man, that's what's killing me. Bust that out.
Yo, the way the guy just doing it so effortlessly, or like sitting there. Golly, man. Yeah. I gotta get back into dancing, bruh.
I mean, you're an artist, so you know what I mean.
If
you come with the rap, it don't matter. I mean, you're still an artist. But anyways,
would you do background dancing?
Yeah, why not? If the money's right.
I hear that.
It's all about the bag, man.
I ain't mad at that. Yo, what do you think about like? Would you say? Don't be offended. Would you say you're an Instagram dancer?
I don't know.
Because that's a thing right now.
Oh, that's
like, you know what I'm saying? Like this dancers, like you find them on Instagram if you like an artist and you pay them and they got followers and they will dance to your song and post it, and you know.
I'll do that, man. It's all about if it falls in line with what I'm trying to do. Because although I'm trying to promote your song, I'm also trying to promote my hustle. If it's mutually beneficial, why not? You know, it's all about spreading love. And again, if the money is right, I'll do it because I'm an engineer. Like, that's my source of bread. I make some money from dancing, and that's cool. It's my side hustle. Eventually, it's going to keep growing and be substantial. But for now, what pays the bills is my engineering job, which I went to school for. So I'm not messing with that. So if there's an opportunity, if the money doesn't make sense, it's not worth it to me because there's a lot of time and investment.
Yeah, true.
But I have done some events for free or for chump change because I saw the potential in that, either in that person or in that opportunity and what it could bring to me. So like when people approach me to do something, first of all I look at how many followers they got, and if they got a lot of followers that if I do something for them, those followers can become my followers, that's a win-win.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
It's all about that collab, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling people, man, like don't sleep on your,
network.
They say, network, and also say too, like keep your what's that thing? Your enemies closer. Whatever.
It's crazy.
You know, keep your enemies closer, right?
Yeah,
So for me, I mean, I'm looking at it as okay. If I could keep my competitors closer, I could see what you're doing, and I could definitely capitalize on that. But most people use ego and all whatnot, and just chill.
There's no ego here, man. You gotta grow.
Nah, I mess with your vibe, though. I mess with your vibe.
Nah, thanks a lot.
I mess with your vibe.
Man, your brand, your clothing, your accessory brand.
Yes.
Man, when can we have that, though?
I wish I had an answer for you right now. I don't, cause I don't like to make fake promises.
Yeah.
When it's ready, you'll know. But it's definitely in the works, and because it's something that's a little bit out of my comfort zone, in terms of the fashion of it, because I can't create fashion, but I know how to analyze it. So the people I'm working with are creative minds. I'm just gonna let them do their work, but I know it's gonna be right. I'm not in a rush.
Right.
Yeah, perfection takes time.
Hey, he said it. Perfection takes time.
Yeah.
My humble producer over there he tells me that every single day. It's like, bro, slow down, man.
Yeah.
Let's think about this real quick. Slow down.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
I do want to say something about back to my engineering side. So after the project I did in Cameroon, I was approached by, because the school I was building, a lot of the students who attended are children of diplomats or expats who live in Cameroon. And a lot of them have other things they want to do there, but couldn't quite find the right person to manage that project. So I saw a need for those type of expertise, or at least someone who's trustworthy. So I partnered with a friend of mine from high school, Brian Mofo. Shout out to Brian. Civil engineer too, studying in South Africa, working in Cameroon, and together we created a company called Sana Engineering and Consulting. So Sana is alive and active. We have 2 ongoing projects in Cameroon, and my goal is to grow that consulting company to the point where, because I've also noticed within the diaspora living outside of Cameroon, there's a lot of people who want to do stuff back home but can't find somebody they trust, like even your own family.
That's facts.
So I would like to be that liaison. I've had the experience here. I want to believe I'm trustworthy and I can deliver, you know. So we want to be that bridge that can do projects, successful projects, utilize our experience from living and learning abroad and bring that to Cameroon. Because I've traveled around a few African countries. Cameroon was slacking in terms of development, infrastructure. There's no reason why we should be where we are right now. Ghana, hats off to Ghana, man. I was impressed with what I saw in Accra. Nigeria, although Victoria Island is a different level, so you can't really compare, but still, they're right next door to us. Why aren't we like that?
Right.
Senegal, Dakar is beautiful. The roads, it's like, dude, what are we doing in Cameroon? You know, Mozambique. Yeah, we got a long way to go, but we're gonna get there. And Sana Engineering and Consulting is gonna be part of that.
Is your man is he down? What's the word? Is his foot in the ground, like as far as he's in Cameroon?
Oh yeah, he's in Cameroon.
Okay.
So he oversees all of our projects. Then I go back every December and follow up. Yeah.
Why do you travel so much?
Why not?
Is it just like pleasure or business? I'm just asking. That was the question.
Every time is business.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Sana Engineering, that's real neat, man.
Yeah.
Like we need that, because like even just when you, for those who understand like what I'm talking about, you leave Yaoundé, if you go back to Cameroon, by the time you reach like Bunda, going to Bamenda, it's
bro,
like
it's different story.
It's a different story.
But bro, dude, even Yaoundé is not even
lit.
Like if you go to, I went to Libreville, Gabon. Oh my goodness, I was ashamed.
Man.
You go to other capitals, man, you're like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
It's 2017, we still look like we're in 1997. compared to other countries.
Right.
You know,
Is that thing where like you said, you know, you take your expertise from abroad and bring it back home.
Bring it back.
I always ask this question: our politicians, you know, the people in, you know, top government, they fly out, they attend all the summits and stuff, these meetings. They see all these other things. They don't do nothing, you know, to better themselves.
And
they're only taking.
Yeah,
right?
and I don't like getting into politics, but we need change in leadership straight up, because the Cameroonian youth are ready to make moves.
Yeah.
They just don't have those opportunities. They're starting to take it upon themselves to create those opportunities, but they still need to be facilitated. To the process of just registering a company in Cameroon is so tedious that it could discourage anybody who's trying to do it. You pay so much. I don't want to get into all of that.
That is some experience, right?
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is experience.
Yeah,
you know?
It's crazy. But I'm very optimistic about our country, about our youth, and I applaud you guys for doing stuff like this and bringing those things to light. Even in the music industry, I work closely with STM Records. Shout out to Flurry Boys, and other artists, even Stanley, Daphne, Mr. Leo. I mean, people are listening to Cameroonian music. Like, I was in the club in Gabon and they were bumping Renis, like
tough,
getting lit to La Sauce.
Yeah.
So we're making moves.
Definitely, man.
Love Daphne.
That's why that's why I'm heartbroken, man. When, you know, like, for example, and I'm gonna take heat for this later, but hell, my own sister gets married, right?
Yeah.
And she dances into Niger music.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting, I'm like, huh, okay. So every day I'm singing a song like, yo, you gotta put your own people on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like, yeah, true. But then when it's time for you to act, you're gonna play Niger music. I mean, Niger music is great, don't get me wrong.
Man.
But
I mean,
if you don't shed light to your own thing, how
I
is it supposed to flourish?
I feel you on that. But it could also be a preference.
Yeah, that's
True.
Be a preference.
True.
So, but I feel you. We gotta keep putting our people.
We gotta be helped them.
Yeah, Cameroon music industry is on the rise.
It's on the rise, man. There's a lot of artists that haven't been seen yet, but there's people. I've seen a lot of talent back home, and they are hungry. But what I would say to Cameroonian artists, we need to collaborate. We need to collaborate, because that's what the Nigers do. I don't know why y'all beefing when y'all have no money yet. Straight up, we need to collaborate and start making money and not hating each other.
Right.
You know? That's my little
You cannot hold it back to yourself, man.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta share, man. To get more. Like, your blessings come from, you know, putting out positive energy out there. From actually, you know, sharing, collaborating with people, because you understand the essence of, you know, sharing. Like, okay, yeah, I might give this person, let's just say 50.
Yeah.
But I'm getting 100 in return, because I'm not just paying them and they're taking the money. I'm actually taking knowledge from them. And I'm gonna add that knowledge to what I have, you know, to move to a better life. So you know.
Yeah, that's facts.
But right now, man, who is your top 5 artists out of Cameroon?
Out of Cameroon?
Yeah.
So, I gotta be careful with this, because I'm part of the record label. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. Flurry Boys, I know a lot of people don't know about them yet, but these kids are talented. And I've worked with them, so I know how much work they put in. They're gonna blow up very soon. Flurry Boys, number 1. Loco, I'm a big fan of Loco. He's been through some stuff recently on a personal note, his accident and all that, but the way he came out of that made me respect him even more. So Loco. Stanley, that's my dude. He's a real Cameroon ambassador. A lot of people don't like his music or respect it, but what I respect about Stanley is his hustle. And he's collaborating.
Yeah.
He's about to drop a song with Davido.
Yeah.
He was in Boston about 2 months ago. I performed with him. We opened up for Davido, and this guy was backstage like, "Yo, David, what's up? Let's do a track." Like that. And he finally got it. Like, that's how Stanley hustles. He's in South Africa right now, and he's making moves down there. This guy is a brand ambassador, so I respect him for that. Mr. Leo, number 4. I like his music. I like his vibe. He's been doing this for a long time. People don't know that, but he's finally getting the shine he deserves. And then number 5, I'm gonna say Daphne. Very talented, beautiful, very humble, nice spirit. I vibed with her last year at Afrima in Dallas. She's gonna be back there again this year, so that's my top 5.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Afrima, right?
Yeah.
I heard a couple of people talking about they didn't like the vibe of Afrima because it's very biased. And you had to the last one. And all that. You were there. You actually see what happened. I'm pretty sure they have like some probably backdoor scoops, too.
This is what I'll say about Afrima, right? Afrima, this is gonna be just the 4th year, and the awards show is already picking up. The reason they started Afrima was because as African artists, we had no platform to really recognize us in the U.S.
Right.
They would fly people out to BET, but give them awards backstage. And it got to a point where we were like, nah, man, we own our craft just as Fetty Wap or Future does their thing. Why are you gonna give us awards backstage and not show it on screen? So they created Afrima to recognize them properly. Now, Afrima has multiple categories. They've broken it down: Central Africa male, Central Africa female. Who selects the winners, I don't know. But honestly, I don't even care, because I feel like before Afrima, who knew Loco in the U.S. or who would bring Loco to the U.S. to give him an award? Yeah. Who would give Daphne an award? That never happened. So just the fact that you're nominated and you get to come out here and there's other artists looking at you saying, "Oh, who's this? I never heard their music." That's exposure. That's marketing. And if you can leverage that, then it's a win. Whether you win or not, that to me, that doesn't matter at this point. Because if you didn't win this year, what are you gonna do next year to make sure you win next year? Definitely. So I think that's what the mindset should be. Use this platform, make some connections, because you have I was in VIP with Flavor, Techno, all these guys right there. They're talking business. They're like, "Yo, we need to do a track together." The way the girls yelled when you came out, "I need the energy, I need to capture you." Like, that's what these guys are talking about. But we don't do that. Right. We're like, "Oh, elle a gagné, pourquoi je n'ai pas gagné?" No, that's not the mindset, bro. Work together and eat.
I like that.
Yo, fam.
What up?
Appreciate you coming on the pod, man.
No doubt, man.
Want to have you back. Definitely let us know how, like, I forget the name already, the engineering thing in Cameroon.
Yeah, Sana
Engineering. Want to learn how that's going.
Yes, sir. Want
to learn how the academies is going, and we like to support it. We actually come out. So if you got anything going in the DMV, or even if it's, like in Boston, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll be there, bro.
The next time I do an event in the DMV, I'm definitely gonna let you guys know.
Definitely. I was gonna pull up.
Come out and dance.
Yeah. Oh.
Nah, you gotta dance.
I'm dancing because I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to get. I was gonna pull up, to the one yesterday, but we had to
work. Yeah, you had to work. Nah, it's all good.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But just for people who trying to, and I don't know how long you're gonna take to do this, but for people who try to go into engineering, right?
Yes.
And not just those going there, but just advise the folks, right, on the importance of engineering to the world at large.
Yeah, and how to navigate. The field.
So obviously I'm biased because I'm an engineer, but I feel like engineering is what literally makes this world, because this house we're in doing the podcast, an engineer built it. Everything, every infrastructure, everybody else plays a role, but I really think the creative minds that put things together to facilitate our lives is very necessary. there's so many different types of engineering. I'm a civil engineer. Even within civil, there's structural engineering, there's transportation engineering, there's geotechnical, there's environmental, there's construction management. So it's so diverse. So I would encourage anybody who's thinking about engineering, figure out what you're passionate about, because you have to be passionate about it. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
If you're passionate, if you're perseverant, if you surround yourself with the right people, you're gonna make it happen. And also, if you trust in God, nothing is impossible.
I like it.
I heard that. How can
Yes,
people
sir.
reach you? LeSheriff.
LeSheriff. You gotta put that.
My IG is Henri LeSheriff. LeSheriff is LESHI. Oh, sorry. LESHERIFF. LeSheriff. And
just look for the
yeah,
flyers
just
guy.
look
Just
for
look for the flyers guy.
Nah.
When you click the IG page, you're gonna know it's the homie.
I'm not on Snapchat. I'm still contemplating that.
Nah, bro.
I
It's
can't
gonna
do the
run.
whole Snapchat.
I see you got two phones, but it's gonna run both batteries down in 1 hour.
Nah, this one is my work phone, bro. I'm constantly on the clock. I run my site, so they always gotta check in on me.
I respect it.
I actually worked yesterday, so I had to get all my updates. But yeah, I'm easy to get to.
IG's where it's at anyway.
Yeah, IG's where it's at.
IG's
I'm
where it's
on
at.
Facebook too, but honestly, I'm mostly on IG. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the man.
Yeah,
Listen.
man. Single ladies, man.
Hey.
jump
Chill out.
in those DMs. So
Can I do one thing? I gotta shout out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, this hat I'm wearing is the Jimmy Fun Walk. Anybody who knows me closely knows that I lost my mom 3 years ago to lung cancer, and since then I've been trying to do more awareness about cancer, because I feel like we don't talk enough about it in the African community. Cancer affects all of us, and whether you like it or not, it's gonna affect somebody you know or you. So the more we know about it, the more we do to help them find a cure or mitigate the effects, the better. I'm gonna be doing the Jimmy Fun Walk for Cancer again next Sunday in Boston, 26.2 miles. Right there on the back. It's no joke. It took me 9 hours last year. This year I'm going for maybe 7.5. But I'm raising funds for it. I'm not gonna shout out the website right now. If you want to support me and you feel it in your heart, contact me through IG and I'll let you know how you can donate. Thank you.
Hey, man. Y'all heard the man. Cancer, mental health, all these things that are
Yes.
in our society
Yes.
that we don't talk about.
Mhm.
Don't talk
Hey.
about, man.
Hey, man.
Bruh, wish you the
we
best
don't
on-
applaud you for that, though.
Yeah, wish you the
for
best on that
actually,
walk.
Thank
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Thinking on that,
I had
man.
blisters last year. For
Hey.
real.
Nah, I'm sure it's gonna be. This year you gotta prepare more for it.
Yeah,
and,
no, this year I'm wearing my roommate's sneakers, The Difference.
Hey.
So it'll make a difference.
What was that website again?
smthedifference.com. Go check it out. African technology.
I had to copy one.
Let's
of them joints,
promote
man.
that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got
Yo,
any
time
new
is
advice?
always, what I'm saying, like, I hate time because, something good, you always got to cut short. But, bruh, like I said, come back.
No doubt.
Appreciate you coming on the pod,
No
man.
doubt, bro. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you guys for having me.
No doubt, man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Henri LeSheriff,
Zagadat.
civil engineer, Afrobeats dancer, all that. Come out to Dance Academy. Check the man out. Stuck in the Middle podcast.
Hey, we out.
Yes, sir.